Hi there, this is Kyle from BizScheduler with a brief demo on some changes to smart scheduling that we think will help both your estimators and your installers. So I'm going to show that to you now. We have a customer on the screen. From the notes, it looks like he wants to have his attic re-insulated. So we're going to start by sending somebody out there to do an estimate. So from his customer record, I'm going to click Smart Scheduling. It pulls me up into the smart scheduling screen where I have a choice of areas. I'm going to look at the Everett guys first because that seems pretty close. If I don't get satisfactory results, I can always switch to the Tacoma guys, or I could do them both at the same time if I wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and click Find, and it's going to go out and try to find the soonest possible times limited to the first 5 results that I selected here with the minimal driving distance. So as soon as possible with the least distance. So I see here on the first row that I have a time slot open on Wednesday at 10:30 for Todd. He had a job in Seattle, or has a job in Seattle prior to this, and then he has another one in Seattle. But you can see the driving distances are quite reasonable, especially compared to the alternatives. Although if we wanted to wait until Thursday, you can see he has a slightly less long driving time, but his after driving time is actually longer. So this looks like our best bet. So we're going to go ahead and click on this. It's going to take us to the calendar. We're going to find Todd. You'll see he's outlined in red there, and we see this time slot here that we can drop this estimate in there. It's interesting that he actually has an open time slot right in the middle, but whatever. We're going to click on it, and then on the next screen, we're just going to say he's doing an estimate. We know that it's Todd who owns the estimate, and now we're done. So that's all we need to do, and now we can see that he's been added. This guy has been added to Todd's day for Wednesday. So now we're going to fast forward and assume that the estimate is done and that this guy wants to go ahead with the work. So now we're going to see the other mode of smart scheduling. So we're going to go back to his record, and I'm just going to do that by going to the job calendar. So here we are back at Vincent, and then now, by now, Todd would have put in all the notes and the estimate and all that kind of stuff. But for this demo, we're just going to assume that that's already here. In any case, we're going to switch to smart scheduling one more time. This time, we're going to use this new mode. This has not been released yet. And we're going to say we want this type of search where we want a number of workers, typically more than one, available for a full day. And we don't want estimators now. We actually want the actual installer. So I'm going to click Everett to get that, undo the estimators. And then there's also a feature here where you can set and get defaults. They have not been set yet, so I'm going to just pick everybody who's not a trainee, set the default for that, and now we should be good to go. I'm going to say, I don't really know, but I'm going to say we need 4 guys for this, and we don't want to start any earlier than 8 a.m., and that it's going to be an 8-hour job, and we're doing an attic install only. So let's go ahead and look that up. The soonest we have available is actually the middle of November, but we actually have 5 guys available, and it looks like we have several other choices to choose from as well. So we're just going to go ahead and click the 4 guys that we need. Click on that date. Our job has been created for those 4 guys. It's also got the attic install in there, and I guess I need to keep putting this in there. We're going to save that, and then we'll go look at that day and see that's the guys that we have. So that's the new smart scheduling that we think will work for you very well, both for your installers as well as the estimators as we had originally. And if you have any feedback, would love to hear it. Thanks.